Vladimir Putin could find an ally in Angela Merkel's Christian Democratic Union, CDU, successor, Armin Laschet, with concerns over Germany's interests in Russia raised as the country continues to flood Ukraine's border with troops. While Mrs Merkel urged Mr Putin to withdraw troops from Ukraine's border last week, she and Germany have vested interests in Russia with the ambitious Nord Stream 2 pipeline. The pipeline will transport natural gas from Russia to Germany and the European Union, something which the US has recoiled at but left untouched in its recent sprawling sanctions against Moscow. Things could become worse if newly elected CDU leader Armin Laschet wins Germany's Chancellorship elections this September. Described as the continuity candidate, Mr Laschet has for the most part supported Mrs Merkel's politics. Under his leadership, relations with Russia might take an unexpected turn as archive reports show Mr Laschet to be in favor of close ties with Mr Putin. In Germany he is known as a Russlandverster, a derogatory term for people who take a soft and sympathetic stance on Mr Putin and Russia, according to Politico. In 2019, looking back at the policy of détente in the 70s during the Cold War, the period which marked an easing of tensions between Western powers and the Soviet Union, Mr Laschet said, back then, in a tense situation with a totalitarian communist system, threads of conversation were established. Then it must be possible for us today too. We need Russia for many questions in the world. He continued, there are many conflicts where we have to move forward without giving up our position under international law, for example on Crimea. You can speak plainly and still cooperate in other fields and keep talking. He also publicly questioned the evidence that the Kremlin was behind the chemical weapons attack in Salisbury, describing NATO countries who backed the UK as having been forced to show solidarity.